Merry Christmas! I thought I'd have a bit of a theme, so grab yourself a sherry. Come on in to this relaxed Jack and Ori style video tonight. But there won't be any stories. We'll be looking into Ayub's story a little bit more. Also some of the others and why they would do what they're doing. Welcome to Aldon's Reviews and True Crime. So Ayub here in your video, in the podcast, you're wearing a nice Australian, South African style hat? Is it to show that you're an outdoor person? That's why you went to the Airbnb, for the views. And the trails, Mount Etna and the quad biking. No, we've already dispelled that one. So you were there, that was a bit of a stash house. Let me tell you, when you went to Tenerife, did you have two places to stay? The Airbnb, booked in a false name, because you said you were from the street and you booked things in a false name. But you were more sensible, as I've said on the podcast. Now you booked the Airbnb. Did you book anywhere else? So that was the stash house, where you had a bit of a stash. Might have even been legal, because it might have been for your own use, and the people that were going there, your own uses. Did you also book somewhere else? Near the clubs that was more convenient, so you had two places. So you had a place on the strip. Where did the others go or stay? They were with you, you picked them up, so was it just mixing with them for a little bit? Or did you dip in and out mixing with them? Did you go up to the Airbnb? So you stayed there with Rocky. Was it only Rocky you stayed with there? I take it it's a 2-bedroom. So the others, where did they stay? Did they stay on the strip? So did you have somewhere else on the strip? See, if I was doing a bit of mild dealing, that's what I'd do. I'd have two places. Also, a question I'd like to ask you. When you did traffic drugs into Wales, and you say that you were booming or blazing, whatever your words were, at that time, what made you stop? Was it getting caught? How long would you have carried on that trade if you weren't caught? If you were doing a good trade, just be honest. That's fine. Just come on and be honest. You can come and talk to me. Be honest. I'm not judging. Kind of might be a bit biased. I might be judging a little bit, but not much. So you came out of prison. You've now stopped. You said you stopped. What made you stop? Was it getting caught? Or was it a moralistic view? Your morals might be a little bit different. Some people see dealers as ruining people's lives, ruining youngsters' lives. But then again, aren't people that sell alcohol, aren't they ruining people's lives? Because alcohol also does a lot of damage, and they're selling alcohol. The law sees that in two different ways. There are also drugs, as there is in your cafe or Potter PayPal's cafe, Potter PayPal, whatever his name is, and you work. You said you work. You use your words. You said you worked in that cafe, and it's legal, so you can use weed. It helps with medical things, doesn't it? So, oh, there's Rosie. She's had a shave, actually. Haven't you? You've had a shear and a shave. It looks totally different. I prefer her when she's full of fur. She does wear a jumper when she's out. Anyway, I'm steering off the point. Let's roll back a bit, change the subject, a bit random, into the accents of what I thought was the third person. Did we work out that accent that went up high? There's an accent, a Liverpudlian accent goes up high, doesn't it? It goes up high sometimes. Hey, our kid goes up high and goes down again. It goes up and down the same as Scottish do go up and down a bit sometimes, don't they? They're a bit down, rooted, sometimes a bit deep. Also, the Lancashire, Burnley, that way, in that corner, and Yorkshire, they're kind of a bit deep and monotoned all the time, aren't they, really? So, have we heard from the family? Do we know if that's Jay? So he said the swear word and about the two bottles. That was an accent. And have we worked out whether it's him? Have we worked out which day it was? Could somebody analyse the car? Somebody who's into cars, could they look at the video and see what car that was? Because Ayub said he drove, say, a Cupra. Was it a Cupra? So if it was a Cupra, Ayub wasn't lying. If it wasn't, then there's something not right. Because we thought it was white. That didn't look white, the car. So what make of car is that car? Can you tell from the windscreen and the bonnet? I don't know. You'd have to be very clever. Very cleverly into cars. Perhaps somebody could do that. I don't know what car it is. Really, I can't tell myself. These questions really, they can be answered, can't they, by the people, because they've got nothing to hide. They're doing nothing wrong. So they can answer these questions, what car it was, what day it was. We're trying to get an idea of what days you were up on the Airbnb, because that photograph was taken up by the Airbnb because the bollards in the road, so it was there. So it was the night before. So your guys, the LK and the other guys that you didn't want to name, you're a bit reluctant to name, were there at some point. So where did they all go on that second night? Did you not mix with them then? Were they doing their own thing? I'd like to hear from them, be nice. Also on the question of not naming them, you said the little lad. No, you said actually your friend, who was Jay's friend, which is Brandon, you wouldn't name Brandon, went back with Lucy. Now, Lucy, you said that you went back to your apartment or hotel, whichever, on your own on that fateful morning. You said you went back on your own. But Ayub has said that Brandon went back with you. But Brad was supposed to go back as well. So did he go on his own or did he go with you as well? But Brandon went with Ayub because Lucy went back on her own. You see, it doesn't tie up, does it? Just need to tie up those loose ends, really, don't we? All a bit of a mystery. But can I give a shout out to the other content creators as well as all my team? There was too many to mention. Too many viewers to mention who comment, who are very good. Tales. Please subscribe to Tales' channel. Tales of Life. He did have a channel, Tales of Life too, and I gather that's going to be back, but he's got a bit of a ban because he went on in at Dan O'Keefe. We won't talk about Dan O'Keefe. I don't really want to mention Dan O'Keefe, but we all know what he did. He did the video, didn't he? He said that Jay was tortured, adamant. That was an old video. He didn't keep up with the story, and that would really upset the family. But we won't go into that. Also, Streamline, thanks for the shout out tonight, by the way. And subscribe to Streamline. There are also so many others, so many to mention. Wax. I like Wax, doing a good job. So many. Haley and Jan's views. She's quite good, quite relaxed character. Very good. Duncan, another shout out. You're in Malaysia. I've looked at Malaysia thinking, another 10 years or so, I could quite happily retire, probably in Malaysia. Although the thing that puts me off it is a bit too warm sometimes out that way. It's quite developed actually, you'd be surprised. Kuala Lumpur, Singapore. Did you know that Singapore has got one of the best education systems in the world? It is developed. It's good. Talking about education, I don't really like to disclose what I did or what I do. I've delved in self-employment. I've delved in cover teaching as well. Did that for a bit. Do you know those jobs where you don't want to get fully into it, into a career, but you can dabble in things? So can I say your skills can cross over sometimes, and diversely. I've done some diverse kind of things, but that's me. I like to do different things. I couldn't do one job by the whole of my life, but some people do, and that's fine. What am I rambling on about? Anyway, I'll say goodbye. Rosie, you gonna say goodbye? You gonna say goodbye, girl? Very poodly face now. I don't like that. Grow your fur out a bit more. But she was all knotted, so she did need a shave. Anyway, you take care. Nice feel for tonight, yeah? Nice feel, nice feel, nice feel going on tonight. So carry on watching, and I will see you in next video, and take care of yourself. And don't have any nasty dreams. Thank you.